The greatest naval battle fought by the Ottoman Empire since its establishment. The battle that imposed the Ottoman Empire's control over the Mediterranean. And in which the Ottoman navy was able to, under the leadership of Khairuddin Barbarossa, to defeat the Crusader coalition. A component of most of Europe and the Mediterranean Sea turned into an Ottoman lake. In this video, we will talk about one of the greatest naval commanders in history, and he is Khairuddin Barbarossa and his brother, Oruj Barbarossa, and on the authority of Sultan Selim the Magnificent. The Battle of Preveza and the Ottoman Empire's attempts to save Andalusia. Khairuddin bin Yaqub, or Khairuddin Barbarossa, was born in 1478 on Metallai Island or Lesbos in the Aegean Sea. And he had 3 brothers, Isaac, Elias, and Oruj, and they were engaged in maritime trade. At that time the island of Rhodes was ruled by the remnants of the Crusaders who were expelled from the Levant and knew with the Knights of St. John, and they were doing operations piracy against Islamic ships in the Mediterranean, and among the ships hijacked by the Crusaders it was the ship of the Khairuddin Barbarossa family, and in it were his brothers Elias and Oruj Barbarossa. The Crusaders killed his brother Elias and captured the brothers of Oruj in their castle in Bodrum. Khairuddin Barbarossa estimated that he would take a ship and move to the castle and free the Oruj brothers from the Crusaders, and here took place the great transformation in the life of Khairuddin Barbarossa and his brother Oruj Barbarossa, and I got them to leave the trade. And they resort to piracy against the Crusader ships in the Mediterranean. The Barbarossa brothers offered their piracy services to one of the Ottoman princes, and he is Prince Khairuddin, son of Sultan Bayezid II and brother of Sultan Selim I, and who was supporting them and gave them ships to attack the Crusaders in Rhodes, and they were close to him. But with Sultan Selim I assuming power, and he killed his brother Khairuddin. The Barbarossa brothers feared him from Sultan Selim I. Khairuddin Barbarossa and Oruj Barbarossa decided to take the ships in their possession and move to Tunisia, far from the eastern Mediterranean, and there the brothers Barbarossa were able to liberate the island of Jerba from the Crusaders, and they offered their services to the Sultan of the Hafsid state, Sultan Muhammad al-Mutawakkil, who gave them some ships and allowed them to use the port of La Goulette in Tunisia. And their brother Isaac joined them, and at that time the 2 Barbarossa brothers begin what is called in the era of maritime jihad in the Islamic Maghreb. About 20 years before that date it was a city, Granada, fell into the hands of the Spaniards. And they were persecuting Muslims and oppressing them. Andalusian Muslims were trying to flee from Spain, and they resort to Islamic regions in Algeria, Morocco and Tunisia, and the Spaniards were preventing them. After they were able to control the Islamic coastal cities in North Africa, Spain was at that time under the rule of Charles V, Charlequin, and who was also ruling the Holy Roman Empire, Germany, and southern Italy and Sicily to the side of the Spanish colonies in South America. Spain was considered at that time the richest and most powerful country in the world. The Barbarossa brothers decided to attack the Spanish coasts and save the Muslims. The Spaniards called the 2 brothers Barbarossa. This is due to the red color of their beard, which turned into Barbaros in the Turkish language, and the 2 brothers, Barbaros, launched an attack on the city of Bajaya in Algeria, which was occupied by the Spaniards. Khairuddin Barbarossa and Oruj Barbarossa launched attacks on the European cities in the western Mediterranean. They attacked Valencia, Genoa, and in Suna 1516 the Barbarossa brothers managed control of the city of Algeria and liberated from the Spaniards, and Oruj Barbarossa declared himself Sultan Ali Algeria. In 1517 the population of Tlemcen revolted Ali Sultan Tlemcen as a result of his cooperation with the Spaniards, and the Tlemcen Sultan fled, and the sheiks of Tlemcen displayed Oruj Barbarossa must join his country in Algeria. He agreed and moved with his forces to Tlemcen. Spaniards feared losing their influence in Tlemcen as happened in Algeria. Send Spanish army of 10,000 soldiers to return the Sultan of Tlemcen to power one more time. And the elimination of Oruj Barbarossa, and in May 1518 the Spaniards were able to kill Oruj Barbarossa, and they sent his head to Emperor Charles V in Spain. And the Spaniards had killed Isaac Barbarossa before that and after the killing of Oruj Barbarossa. His brother Khairuddin Barbarossa declared himself Sultan Ali Algeria, but at that time some Algerian tribes revolted against him, and the Spaniards moved with a strong army to occupy Algeria in addition to the pursuit of Sultan Hafsi in Tunisia. To annex Algeria to it, so Khairuddin Bar